Wholeness, she had learned, was not the absence of pain, but the ability to hold it.
I love this book. But unencumbered by the tight kimono or the childish cowardice that had bound her for years, she had become a new creature, more fluid and boundless than a girl, but more solid than a shadow, a woman of lightning, sinew, and roaring blood.
What's up, my jijakas? What's up, all my jijakas? Welcome to the video. That's what I was trying to find. I don't remember what it was called.
Awesome. Oh, gosh.
My name is Matsuda Brendan.
Matsuda?
Yeah, I'm part of their family.
Aw, okay. I'll be a Matsuda. Bridget?
Matsuda Brendan and Matsuda Bridget. And
welcome.
Welcome to Siblings of the Tome. I was going to do the thing, but I just...
Can't do it more than once?
Yeah, I didn't have the energy in me right now to do it again.
That's really fair. Do you want me to try?
Yeah.
Oh, it's because that's not what you usually say. You usually
Oh, yeah.
It's Doom Dom. Nope.
That's pretty good.
I can't do it, actually.
Doom Dom.
That was significantly better than my attempt.
Thanks.
Yeah.
We're going to convince you to read Sword of Kaigen.
Read what now?
Sword of Kaigen.
Sword of Kaigen.
Sword of Kaigen by ML Wang is a Theonite war story.
And so much more.
It's an urban fantasy novel, I think.
It's, yeah, that seems right.
Yeah.
Urban fantasy.
And,
what did you rate this
book? It kicks ass.
Yeah.
I rated it 4.75 out of 5, probably.
Probably.
I can't remember.
4.75.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Or 4.5?
Somewhere around there.
I'll look. I'll put it right here. This is what I rated it. There's a number.
I rated it 5 stars.
Yeah, I know.
Oh. Why do you say it like that?
Because I knew.
Oh.
That's
okay. Yeah. I love this book. And what do you think? If people love what book, they should read this one.
It's hard to compare this book to anything that I've read. I feel like this, of all the books I've read, is like the most like unique. Because it's like, you can say like the magic system has elements of Avatar, The Last Airbender, but it's like, yeah, not really.
It's not the same. Yeah, that's super fair.
Like, it doesn't, I don't have a comparison really.
That's super fair. I feel like there's more like just like the overall, if you like I don't know, like kung fu or karate type fighting.
If you're looking for compelling characters, and a lot of like an emotional plot, like a book that's moving, like a story that's moving and not just like fun action, I would recommend this book. There is cool action in this book, but I don't feel like that's what I got out of this book.
Yeah, agreed. This
is a character driven, like emotional, like it's meant to make you feel something. Yeah, rather than like, I mean, it is entertaining and it does entertain you, but I think the main purpose is to make you feel something.
Things. Absolutely. Yeah. As is just the prose of this book. Look
at the 2 quotes we started this video off.
Yeah. There's no way you read this and don't feel some amount of emotion.
Yeah.
If you, for some reason or another, are in need of an emotional release, just really need a good cry,
this book will do it.
This is the one. This is the book you should read.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like, why? I mean, this we kind of talked about already, but like, why do you love this book? Why is this a 5-star?
I think the main reason that this book really, really stuck with me is because the main character is a mother. And sometimes I feel like, no, more than sometimes, I don't think I've ever read a fantasy book where the main character is like the good guy fighting off the bad guys and also a mother.
Yeah.
Of like multiple children, like an actual stay-at-home.
She has
children are my life
3 sons.
Yeah.
I have her. Yeah, she has. This is why I pulled this up because the names in this are
hard.
There's no way I would really remember any of them. So she has Mamoru. I can't remember how to pronounce any of these. Hiroshi
and Nagasa
and Izumo. Izumo's the baby.
Oh, that's right.
That's
right. Her brand new little baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was just new to me. I'd never read a book like this where the main character was a mother. And not only was it that like just that she was a mother, but that was like a theme through the book of like, you get lots of flashbacks of what her life looked like before she got married and before she had children and how it's different now. And as the story moves, how those things like come together for her and how she kind of marries in the end both sides of her in a way.
Yeah.
And I think many, many mothers, especially mothers like myself who are in the thick of really young children and have felt like they've had to abandon so many pieces of who they were in the life that they had to do what they're doing now, really can use themes like that in the stories that they read. It is so incredibly relatable for me.
Yeah.
And I feel like was a really driving force in why this book felt so emotional for me. But obviously that is not the only reason it's emotional, because you are not a mother and it was still impactful for you. So there's obviously other parts of this book that are fantastic. That was just one thing that stuck for me.
Sure.
For sure.
I agree with what you're saying. Like, obviously I don't relate to Misaki as much. I can feel empathy for her.
Yeah.
But I think like it's still the same type of reason of like why I love the book is that like it's more of like the community view of Misaki, Mamoru, however you say
Mamoru?
it. We need to like look up an audiobook clip or something because I have no idea how to pronounce his name.
I'm going Mamoru.
And then like his uncle and his dad, it's the effect that everybody has on each other as like a community.
Yeah.
Because it is about the family, but also it's a very tight-knit group of characters.
Yeah.
So like especially in the like I mean there's a couple high points of the plot, but like it's just seeing how like one person's actions affect everyone else. And it's so well written and like you can feel empathy for every single character.
Yes.
And like
which we know how much I love.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. This book's really emotional.
It's so emotional. And I love that while it feels like Misaki is kind of the main character, it feels very much like you really get to know all of the characters.
Yeah, for me, it depends on what point of the book you're reading.
Yeah.
Because for a lot of the book, like Mamoru is the main thing.
That's super fair.
And Misaki's in it, but it's mostly like him.
Yeah.
And like his uncle. Is his uncle? Am I getting this backwards? Not his uncle. His uncle too, but I'm thinking of his trainer.
Oh, his trainer. Yeah. What was his name?
Not Takeru. That's his dad.
Takeru's the dad. Yeah.
What is his name?
Is the trainer his uncle? The monkey's his uncle.
I don't think that the trainer is his uncle.
Why don't they have this in the list?
I don't know, but maybe his trainer is the uncle and we're just being stupid. But yeah, and then obviously the prose in this book is beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Very poetic book.
Very poetic and yeah, just like really beautifully emotional. And I will continue to be impressed on just how many different types of themes she's able to execute in this book. From like mildly political themes to parenting to community building to like it's literally so many things.
Yeah.
Which
and also like sorry that's another book that really shows like just how like hard it is to be a woman.
Yeah. That's very true, especially in this type of culture. I feel like
it's a very like
showing that. I think
like men are in charge, your dad decides who you marry, like that's obviously a thing in this book. A good portion of this book actually is spent talking about that. And it's spoiler kind of sad.
Very, very sad. Yeah. And I don't like kind of shows how generational trauma shows up throughout generations, like how the actions of a grandfather can impact a child, you know.
Someone's got to break the cycle.
Exactly. It's beautiful.
Beautiful book. There's not a ton of action, but when there is action, ooh baby,
it's so good.
It's crazy. It gets wild.
It gets really good. And which is the fact that there's not so little, but there's not a ton of action in this book. And for me, there didn't seem to be parts that I was like dragging through it.
No. Yeah.
Like, even though there wasn't, especially in the beginning, I feel like there's not really a ton going on other than a lot of like setup for the characters and the community, but I was not bored or like forcing myself to read the book.
Yeah, I don't think it's boredom. The only thing is that it's a book with a lot of made up words.
No, yeah,
it's one of those where it's like there was a couple times I'm like, I gotta go look and see what this is. Like Jijaka, like I like
all of the different like
it's like the classes of the magic system.
And yeah.
And then their names are hard, but like you're an adult, brother. You'll get through it.
Literally,
use your brain.
Use the glossary. You're gonna be okay.
Yeah, I don't even necessarily think that that's like a con.
No.
Like I think that's cool.
You just have to take a little bit more time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't need to read 14 books a month, all right?
You don't. Like, you're a full-grown adult. You do your own taxes. You can use a glossary. I believe in you.
We definitely all do our own taxes. I do my own taxes. I don't do my own taxes.
You're right. I shouldn't say that. I've never done my own taxes. My husband does it every time.
Yeah. I don't even pay my taxes.
I mean, interesting. What a point to make.
I do. I believe in taxes, actually. I think you should pay taxes. Anyways, sorry about that. The Sword of Kaigen bangs. Just read it. Do you have anything else to add?
The only other thing I want to say about this book is that whenever people talk about a good character death, this is the book that I think about.
Not good meaning terrible and awful.
No, but just like
I think about it every day.
Written well, like the actual way that it transpires, like the writing around this character death is insane. And not just in like the instant that the character dies, but the way
ripples throughout the rest of the whole plot.
Whole book. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. It's amazing.
If you've never read a book where a character dies that you have felt the emotional impact of that, you have to read this book.
Yeah.
And
also it's just like it was a surprise.
Yeah.
To me.
Agreed.
I was not ready for that, and then it happens, and
you are never recovered.
I'll never forget about that.
I will never get back the tears that I shed over this character's death.
Yeah, I definitely cried. I didn't cry. No.
You didn't cry?
I don't cry while reading books.
You've never cried while reading a book?
No. Or while watching a movie.
That feels unhealthy. I think
I'm fine.
Are you?
Yeah.
Do you cry?
Yeah.
Ever?
Yeah.
As in when?
Like, I don't want to be sad on the podcast, on the show.
Well, I'm not telling you to be sad on the show. I'm just making sure, like, emotionally you're healthy.
Yeah, like when my dog died.
That was years ago. You haven't cried in years?
This is not the time or place to talk about me and my crying habits, okay? Do you have anything else to add to the Sword of Kaigen? Anything else to add to Sword of Kaigen? I'm fine. Please read Sword of Kaigen. This book is amazing.
Be a normal human and cry when
Shut
you
up.
read it,
Shut up. We'll talk to you next week. Love you. Bye.